Everyone, it's Heather, and this is Sammy. He's my favorite kitty in the whole wide world, and he just happened to be walking on my floor as I was about to record this, so you all get to meet my cat. And he's a lot more cooperative than Monty is. Anyways, today I'm going to be talking about the Monkees' Paw episode. In my notes, I actually forgot to rank it out of 10, but I would give it a 9 out of 10. It was really solid. I did have one or two little issues with it. They weren't major, it's just the script. You know me, I'm kind of finicky about stuff, but it's... Sorry, Sammy's digging his claws into me. Anyways, this is the first season 2 episode that I'm reviewing. Like I mentioned before, I would like to stick to season 1 and then get that out of the way and then start season 2, but for holidays, like Halloween and whatnot, Christmas, then I just can't. It's always digging his claws into me, but he's so sweet. Be free. Goodbye. Little feather duster. Without further ado, let's get into it. What I loved about this episode... Sorry, I'm petting my cat off camera. If you just see me doing this, it's because of him. Michael's sideburns, I noticed this almost immediately. They take up like half of his face in this episode, and I'm here for it. There was one part that I thought was really funny. It was during the High Llama scene, and Mickey, he messes up a line. I think the line was supposed to be sands and deserts, and he says dans and deserts. And it, feels like a blooper, but I'm not sure if it was in the script or not. Because then he's, still acting awkward throughout the rest of the scene, which is a very Mickey-ish thing to do, at least on his character for the show. So I have no idea if it was intentional or not, but I thought he played it really funny. It felt like it was not intentional, which really got a laugh out of me. I thought the writing was still dynamite. I'm a sucker for clever dialogue. And another thing, Peter's boots. Those are the boots that I have spent years trying to find, and I have not been able to find boots like that. I found boots with fringe on them before, 3 layers of fringe, but never just, calf length with 1 layer of fringe around the top. That's all I'm asking for. It's so simple. I've been on a quest for that for, 7 years. I'm not joking. And Davy drumming, when they're performing on stage, it's such a rare thing, but it's so cool to see. I also love how they were acting pretty normal throughout the whole episode, and then all of a sudden there's that one scene where they're just stoned off their asses. It's you can feel it's just about to fall apart, and they're just giggling so much, just absolutely red-faced. But somehow the take was fine. Somehow they decided to leave it in. I also liked how I think he was a magician, Mendrake, I think was his name. I liked how he easily could have been a total jerk to him. A total jerk to the guys. Been oh, that's your problem, it's not my problem anymore, things are great. But he actually did try to help them. He did end up helping them in the end. He was a good guy. Which I feel like you don't see much in comedy. Let's get into the bad things. Which I'm sure you've learned by now isn't so much bad. It's just things that I didn't care for or could have done better or different. One thing that immediately jumped out to me, especially in the beginning, is that there's a lot of overacting. The owner of the club or whatever it was, just screaming at the magician to get out when he decided he liked the Monkees better. Which in real life that would never happen. But with the overacting, I feel like that was just the show. You know, every character on the show, except maybe Michael, overacts. It's just what it is. Because it's a goofy, old, kind of cheesy, but surprisingly well holding up show. The one thing I had a big problem with is that out of everyone in the group, I would say that Mickey is the best singer. But Michael and Davey are also very confident singers. We know that. They have a great voice. And Peter can try. I do think he's the worst singer of the group, but he's not altogether bad. Like, he can at least try when he wants to. He's not horrible. I've heard way, way worse. So, when Mickey loses his voice, not one of them thinks to step in. I mean, they have to have played that song enough times to get a grip on the lyrics, or they could play a different song, which I'm sure they know more than one song of their material. When they had time to think about what to do about the situation, why didn't they say, hey, let's play a different song? Let's have someone else sing. Because clearly Mickey can't, you know? I don't know, maybe they were trying to promote their latest single or something. But highly unlikely. Those were the only problems that I had with it. Overall, it was a really good episode. And there were a lot of fun moments that I thought that I loved. Or Michael was like, cut off the snow, and when it's that high llama scene. I love that scene so much. It's so funny. Just everything about that scene. Oh my gosh. When Mick asks for spaghetti, I love how obvious it is that it's strands of rope and not spaghetti. It's like they didn't even try at the props department. And I love how he's just like constantly like petting the paw for some unknown creepy reason. Like it's his pet. And the blackboard, when they were trying to teach him how to talk again. I noticed behind Mike, when it cuts to a close-up of Mike, it says Frodis, but spelled differently. And I love it. And their Marx Brothers act was really fun and clever. I feel like they played it perfectly. I love how they had a pocketbook edition of the Book of Mystery. That made me laugh. And Davy not really knowing how to spell monkey. Where the magician's daughter was like, you spell monkey with a Y. And the romp was so cute and fun. I feel like I say that about every Monkees episode. Except maybe the last one. But it did have a really cute and fun romp. It's just that the first one was kind of boring. But this episode, it was fire. I thought the clips at the end were so fun. Like the bloopers and everything. I would love to see more Monkees bloopers because I'm sure they were so, so fun. And Peter teasing Davy about a hippie. It's like the pot calling the kettle black, but it's adorable. Just some random comments about the episode. I love their style in season 2. Everything was like so, so colorful in season 2. And it kind of was in season 1, but everything like really popped in season 2. Like, I don't even know if they had a wardrobe designer or a set designer, but they were probably on acid at the time. And I'm grateful for that, because I love it. It's so colorful. I feel like season 2 is more bizarre than the first, but it's got the same spirit and the same solid writing, which I love. It's a lot more ballsy. I know this is a family channel, but it's true. It was a lot more bold than in season 1, especially when they're very obviously very high in camera. I like that they pushed it a little bit, especially because they were coming from an era where guidelines were really strict for television. Like, you couldn't say hell on television, which, in my eyes, it's not a bad word. I think more religious people would beg to differ, but it's not really like a swear word, you know? But yeah, things were so much more strict then. Everything about culture back then was starting to evolve and just push the limits. Whereas old people were like, oh, you kids, and you whatever. And the kids were just like, yeah, we're going to do what we want. We're not going to be so uptight anymore. And that's really what season 2 reflects in my eyes. Like, just kind of changing with the times. Lastly, I love Peter talking at the end. Like, after he's done teasing Davy, he was talking about hippies. And it's just a total 180 from the character he plays in the show. It's like he flipped a switch, basically, from the episode to the clips afterwards. And it's like a glimpse of the real Peter, which I love. Probably because I'm also an Aquarius. Anyways, that about does it for this episode. It was really great. I loved it, as usual. I'm looking forward to reviewing more season 2 episodes because they're really, really fun. And next week, I will be reviewing a season 2 episode for Halloween. I already spoiled it in the previous video, but I'm going to be looking at Monsters Monkey Mash, which I haven't seen in God knows how long. Most of these episodes I haven't seen in God knows how long. And then I rewatch them and take notes for this. And it's funny how much you notice that you didn't notice before. I think especially because I love writing now, and I've gotten more evolved at it, and more, like, I've trained myself to look at my own writing and, like, nitpick every detail. I don't really nitpick the Monkees so much. I just look at that and say, oh my god, why can't I write like that? Because it's so funny. But anyways, that's all for this week. I'll see you next week.